Did you know there are chemicals allowed into food in the United States that are actually banned either partially or entirely in other countries? Some of these banned chemicals are artificial colors like red number 40, yellow number 6, and yellow number 5. So stick with me for the next few minutes as I'm going to explain why artificial food colorings are so bad for us. And in particular, why are they so bad for children with ADHD? Now, Attitude Magazine recently released an updated article about the effects of artificial colors on ADHD. And this is what it said. Food additives adversely affect a population of children with ADHD. And they went on to share 2 studies from the United Kingdom that proved food additives cause harm to children with ADHD. So I'm going to quote those results right here. Now, in 2004, one studied healthy preschoolers after giving them either a placebo or 20 milligrams of artificial dye mix plus sodium benzoate. They found that when the children received the actual dye and sodium benzoate, they had a significant increase in hyperactivity. Let's say that again, a significant increase in hyperactivity. Now, as a mom of a child with ADHD myself, I don't need anything that is going to give my son a significant increase in hyperactivity. And my guess is other parents of children with ADHD can totally relate to that one. Now, here's what they found in the second study. So in 2007, a research team led by UK researcher Donna McCann studied a group of 3-year-olds and 8-year-olds or 9-year-olds. It found that both hyperactive children and non-hyperactive children experienced increased hyperactivity scores when given artificial food colors and additives, suggesting that dyes are a general public health concern. Did you catch the results of that one? It wasn't only children with ADHD who were more hyperactive after eating artificial colors. It was neurotypical children as well. What that tells me is that everyone is negatively affected by artificial colors. They are bad for all of us, a general public health concern. That's what they said. In 2010, the European Union began requiring a warning label for foods that contain artificial coloring. That warning label says may have adverse effects on activity and attention in children. Now, even though the Center for Science and the Public Interest has asked the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, to add a warning to these products in the USA, the FDA refuses to do so. They claimed, despite the evidence, that these artificial colors are safe. Now, as a result, consumers are left completely in the dark about how artificial colors can negatively affect their children. Even though those studies showed a significant correlation between artificial colors and hyperactivity, they still refuse to add the warnings. OMG. Another thing that's crazy is that people can eat the same type of food in both Britain and the USA and eat very different ingredients. Companies actually use different formulas for American consumers than for those outside the USA. In Britain, food is made with real ingredients, like actual real food, but in America, chemicals are added to the food with no warning label at all. This needs to change. Consumers in America should be offered the same ingredients as those outside of the USA, rather than their chemical counterparts. And when chemicals are added to food, consumers need to know about it. We should know what we're eating. It's seriously so baffling to me that the United States continues to allow ingredients into the food supply that are not even food. It's no wonder we have so many staggering health issues. We are feeding our bodies things that aren't meant to be food. Thankfully, things are beginning to change, but not fast enough, in my opinion. Several companies like Hershey's, Kraft, and Taco Bell have made changes in their product lines to get rid of artificial colors. Unfortunately, there are still so many companies that refuse to remove artificial colors from their formulas. You and I can help make this happen by changing the way we eat. Companies might not listen to our voices, but they will listen to our money. If enough of us refuse to buy products that contain artificial food coloring, they will be forced to make a change. So you and I can help make this happen. Let's start today by reading those labels and cutting items from our shopping list if they contain artificial colors. One concern that I hear a lot when encouraging families to change the way that they eat is that parents fear their kids will miss out on their childhood. But it doesn't have to be the case at all. Seriously, there are plenty of healthier alternatives and treats that don't contain artificial colors. Our fave candy brands are things like Yum Earth, Wholesome, and Enjoy Life. I hope this information has been helpful. If you'd like to learn more about natural ADHD solutions, subscribe to my channel below. I'm posting new content several times a week. And by subscribing, you can make sure you don't miss anything. I'm Dana Kay, your ADHD health practitioner. If you have any questions after listening to this video, drop me a comment below. I'm always happy to help. Take care. Bye for now.